Hello, my name is Sam ReaN and I do hope you are having a fantastic day today. Welcome to another podcast for the ReaN podcast, and it is to do with space exploration, where obviously in space we have got a load of things to discuss, like Mars, like Venus, like Jupiter, and all them juicy planets. But first of all, I would like to say a warm welcome to me, Sam ReaN, the host with the most. And so this will be coming out the Friday, either the 12th of October or next Friday. But I am here and we are here to discuss space. Now, in the news of space, there has been obviously a warning from a very known space expert of the black hole, which could of course happen within Earth. Obviously, you know where the Pentagon is and all that. The Pentagon does a load of laser work and loads of atom work, where obviously in a field underground are using the hydraulic collider, and basically they've been given a warning because they ramped up their work. And what they do is obviously they create more studies and all that, make it like finding what really happened in the Big Bang and everything to do with space basically. But they have been obviously given a warning because a small fault with it will make huge catastrophic consequences in Earth and the whole of humanity, and basically the whole space. Because if a black hole happens on Earth, then everything will be sucked to that black hole. It'll get bigger and potentially it will suck up our whole entire solar system, and we don't want that to happen. So that's the first thing we will discuss. If you know what I'm talking about, by the way, out of all these topics and discussions, leave your thoughts below and what you think of it. Obviously, this is a new thing I've done a couple of weeks ago now, and and furthermore, there is a mysterious signal, or a bunch of signals that are detected in our galaxy, and some other people are saying in reports that it could be a optical illusion, that there are signals in our galaxy, in our Milky Way galaxy. And I think obviously the big question is still out there: are we alone? But I always say we're not, because there are too many stars and too many galaxies out there unexplored, and there are chance of more civilizations on other planets that we don't even know of, and the scientists are trying to figure out why we haven't detected any, or how far into the galaxies there could be life. And I think life could be closer than we think, and obviously it is huge, because I mean, if you look outside in, if you look from the outside, we're not alone. That's a fact. There are countless of planets on countless of solar systems, countless of galaxies, and one of them will have life on. And it's a matter of time when we do see another species in the galaxy. Obviously, the next question then is, how do we acknowledge it, and like, how do we make sure they don't know that we know? Because they could be a whole can of worms if they come to us. And because their civilization could be way further advanced than us, and that obviously we don't know if they're harmful, we don't know if we are aliens to other planets. If you think of it like that, we are aliens to other planets. Well, humans on Earth, I know, but on another planet, we, the human race, are aliens. Just think of that, because obviously there's no tag on our species as humans. An alien from another world could come to us, and we say they're aliens, but they say what their species are. So they could be Zine or some weird name like that. But to us, I always think of it as that. We are aliens on another world. Think of it as that. Because we know as a human race, we're human. But when we travel, because I know we're gonna travel in the future, we could be sending humans to Mars by 2030. But the human race will eventually travel outwards into the solar system, into the galaxy. But that's the thing. We are the aliens on other planets, and we have to just accept it. And but I'm sorry if that rambled on. It's just that I'm passionate about space and all that, and space is my thing. So let's check on the other news. So let's see, we got obviously the question why humans never detected aliens. But I believe the I believe, let's just check here, the next eclipse for planet Earth will be so if we go on to here, we go on to eclipses. So the next eclipse will be the 5th of January 2019 and the 6th of January 2019, it is a partial eclipse that is only seen in Asia, East in Asia and the Pacific. So yeah, so that is that. The total lunar eclipse is after that on the 21st of January. That covers all of Europe, Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Pacific, Atlantic, Indian Ocean and Arctic, yeah. And that's going to be interesting because I love eclipses, and I believe it's going to be cool. So we have got the. So here's the rundown in all of 2019, all the eclipses. So obviously we've seen 5th and 6th of January, the partial solar eclipse in Asia and the Pacific. The total lunar eclipse in all of Europe and basically all the world except for Asia. No, there is Asia, but there is total lunar eclipse in Europe, Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Pacific, Atlantic, Indian Ocean and the Arctic. The next one is the 2nd of July, and that's a solar eclipse, a total solar eclipse, which is going to be cool. But this solar eclipse, 2nd of July, south in North America, much of the South America and Pacific, not in Europe or anywhere like that. Partial lunar eclipse, 16th and 17th of July 2019, much of Europe, much of Asia, Australia, Africa, Southeast North America, South America, Pacific, Atlantic, Indian Ocean and Antarctica. So that will cover most of Europe, and that includes the UK. So if you're living in the UK, pretty much epic. The next one is a transit, and this is, let's see what this eclipse is. What does this eclipse do? Let's see. Ah, is this the, yeah, this is the eclipse, the transit eclipse, where you see Mercury in the vision of the sun, which is cool as hell. So this will cover 11th of November 2019, Southwest Europe, Southwest Asia, Africa, much of North America, South America, Pacific, Atlantic, Indian Ocean and Antarctica. So you can see, if obviously it'd be dangerous to look into the sun, but it'd be interesting to see Mercury, the closest to the sun, in the vision. And another annular solar eclipse, which will cover Eastern Europe, much of Asia, Northwest Australia, East in Africa, Pacific, Indian Ocean, and that's it. And that's all the eclipses for next year, which is cool because pretty much epic. So I hope you are not getting bored. With these podcasts, it's easier to obviously put me on in the background while you do other stuff on the computer or your phones. So with that said, let's see if there's any other news in the world. So where is it now? By the way, if you have not heard about climate change have been on the news recently, and it's been incredible because there's been a fierce warning, I would say, in trying to keep the water levels where they are, because it's all to do with the pollution and all that, which is not really good, but yeah. Furthermore, let's see, world news, let's see. Oh yeah, there's been a hurricane in Florida, and it's not been great. Hurricane Michael devastated Florida. At least 2 died in that storm. Now, hurricanes are frequent in America, and they have a hurricane season, which is pretty much what it says on the tin. But yeah, it's devastating, man. And so there is a hurricane coming towards us, but in the UK, but obviously it'll be weak and it won't do much damage. So yeah, so I think that's where we're going to end it for this podcast. Like I said before, if you do go on and enjoy it, smash the likes, smash the subscribe button, and as always, comment below on any other topics I mentioned today that might be in your you might like. And yeah, again, thank you for watching. My name is ReaN. This has been the ReaN podcast, and without further ado, thank you for watching, and diolch yn fawr iawn.